Hi, this is Brother Teacher. I want to begin this video by saying this. If there is someone that you know in your family, a family member, or a close friend, or maybe even someone that's not your friend but that you are aware of, that's dealing with the onslaught of drug abuse, alcoholism, any substance abuse, even sugar is substance abuse. But anyway, speaking of drugs, primarily drug addiction and alcoholism, don't give up on them. I know that it's difficult to deal with many people who are dealing with these issues, especially family. I know that they can become very angry when you try to intervene and try to help them down the right path. They can become vindictive, violent, abusive to themselves and others. But I'm still one that believes that where there is life, there's hope. Even when it appears or seems that there is no hope. I must stand on that. And I'm going to continue to stand on that. And in a moment, I'm not going to contradict myself. It's going to seem that way, but I'm not going to contradict myself. I just want to simply say that I have experienced friends, associates, and even family members who have had addictions, both alcohol and drugs, and who have died from both. And not to mention cigarette smoking. That's a cause as well. That's an addiction. None of the things that I just mentioned are good for you. Just putting it blunt. They are not good for you. This is not really intended to be a public announcement, but it is, of sorts. I just want to remind you, even if you're someone who's watching me right now that's struggling with addiction, if you don't stop, if your family member, your friend, or whomever doesn't stop, they're going to die. They're going to die sooner than they should. There's an individual, young lady, that I've known for several years here at my business, who frequents my business, who's even done work for me at my store. Her situation is that of a drug addict. And I saw her today and she was very antsy, very agitated, and even angry with me, indirectly. But she's going through withdrawals. I'm not her payee per se, but I know her brother pretty well, and he has given money to me to give to her, and she claims that it's for food, but I know from my experience in dealings with her that it's not simply for food. And I made this known to her brother on more than one occasion, but he continues to send her money out of compassion to her, and we hope that she eats when she's supposed to eat, and I try to give her food to eat as often as I can. But I know that whatever money she has, she's going to use it for drugs. So today was no exception, but apparently she was fiending, as they say, going through withdrawals, and she was very agitated today. And she was already a thin young lady, just 31, and she's much thinner than she ever was. Face is sunken in, and she's got sores from sleeping outside and things like this. But long story short, she's going to die. There is no amount of help for people like this when they don't want help. It's just the reality of the day. It's just the way the world is. Some people make it through and others don't. And I feel very strongly that she's going to be one of those individuals that I'm going to do a memorial at my business again for, that has died as a result of drugs or alcoholism. And I've done that. Sometimes you become a little hardened, for lack of a better word, because you see this so regular. Doesn't mean that I've lost compassion and empathy. No, that still remains with me. But you see it every day somewhere, and your heart goes out. And it's very difficult to bear, especially when you know the people intimately. So I continue to pray for her and others around me that have those similar or same situations going on in their lives, who've had their children taken away, who are women, that is. And even the guys that I see who have passed, a couple good friends of mine over the past couple years, from alcoholism, cirrhosis of the liver and such. So this is my plea to you. I implore you today not to let your family member go. Don't dismiss them altogether. And that includes your friends. And the reason I say that is this: everyone doesn't have the same measure of faith and the same strength. Those of us who do have the ability to pray and who are stronger mentally, emotionally, we're put here for a reason, to try to be there for these people to the best of our ability. So if there is someone, if you're going through a situation like this with a friend or a family member, if there's someone that you would like prayed for, please leave their name in the comment section below, and I will pray for that individual or those individuals. And I encourage you, if you do know how to pray, to do the same. Don't dismiss your family, because family is really all we have, irrespective of what they're going through, their situations. Hold on and hold out as long as you possibly can, and until you can do no more. But I'll say this: if peradventure the person that you care about who has these addiction issues passes away, just feel comforted that you've done your best. That's it. And that's all we can do. Our very best. So that was all I had to say. I wanted to share this with you. Don't give up. And if you are that individual, may Yahweh continue to bless you and keep you and strengthen you. Okay? Wherever you are, wherever you might be, have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, and take care.